Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Havovi Dara Patel. I'm a corporate trainer, leadership coach and an HR consultant. Today I'm going to take you on a journey, on the journey of the World Zarathushti Chamber of Commerce, WZCC as we call it. So let's go.
The idea of a Zoroastrian business network culminated in the formation of WZCC.
The initial mission was to reignite the entrepreneurial spirit of Zarathushtis worldwide.
We open chapters in various countries.
The local chapter puts all the Zoroastrian entrepreneurs in that area together.
You can participate in World Zoroastrian Chamber of Commerce meetings, events, seminars around the world.
They can learn from the other members, they can learn from the programs, but even more important, they get to meet with people from the other chapters. It's a great opportunity to expand their business globally.
There were times in 2009 and 10 when businesses were tough across the global recession. There were various WZCC members who were close to me who said, Naushad, if your business is struggling, look at us and we will help you. Things worked out, and just that whole aspect that I could obviously rely on my own community to support me.
In 2009, I was approached by Mrs. Meher Besania. Meher was preparing for the World Zoroastrian Congress and she wanted a destination specialist. It was a mega event and it was a very successful one. However, that's the time I realized that what a valuable platform WZCC is and how our members can benefit from that.
For entrepreneurs, this is a great ecosystem because there are great mentors, there are great people here.
They give you a good support to whatever your dreams are.
I've benefited a lot because I've gotten to know my community better, more than anything else.
WZCC is very useful in leveraging your business opportunities, and I would encourage you all to join and participate to explore the unlimited benefits provided by the WZCC.
Recently, the scope has expanded where we like to bring professionals into the equation.
I see in WZCC a very powerful concept for Zoroastrians and Parsis of tomorrow.
So if someone is thinking about joining the WZCC, my only message is don't think, join.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Although this video has given us a good perspective about WZCC from Indian and global stalwarts, I'm sure we all are eager to know more. And so, in order to do that, let me introduce you to the global president of WZCC, Mr. Percy M. Master. Mr. Master has had an illustrious corporate career, after which he started his entrepreneurial journey, and that journey started almost 40 years ago when he founded the Master Group in 1983. He's been with WZCC for the last 10 years. Welcome, Mr. Master. Please tell us what WZCC is all about, how it all began. But before that, we'd love to know what your journey and your experience with WZCC has been.
Thanks, Havovi, for that nice introduction. But I joined WZCC in 2014. But before that, I was also the recipient of the of an award from WZCC for an outstanding entrepreneur in the year 2012. And that, of course, I knew Mr. Minu Shroff very well, and he enticed me to join WZCC immediately after that. And so I came into the WZCC network and became a president of the India region. And then after my tenure in India region, I was allowed to come onto the international board, and I gained experience there. And thereafter I was nominated as the global president of WZCC in 2022. So that in short is my journey to come into the limelight of WZCC.
And it would be interesting to know, Mr. Master, how many members are enrolled in WZCC?
Today the active membership of WZCC worldwide is reckoned to be around 1,000. India, with largest Zarathushti community, has 3 chapters located strategically at Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore. We are looking at Ahmedabad, Hyderabad and Delhi and Surat in the near future. Currently, WZCC has about 16 chapters worldwide, covering North America, Canada, the UK, the Middle East, India, Australia and Hong Kong and Singapore. WZCC is governed by an international board comprising of representatives from all the chapters and is headed by a global president and a vice president. The international board meets every quarter to discuss and plan for the future and current activities.
And what is your strategy for future growth of WZCC?
However, I took over as global president in 2022. Our past president, Adel Dabar, had put in a lot of effort to give a strong foundation to WZCC. When I took over as global president in 2022, I soon realized that if our community had to succeed, we have to encourage our youth. We came out with a slogan, "Power of Youth Driving Future Generations." In order to encourage our youth to become good entrepreneurs and professionals, we needed to cultivate intellectual, economic and social values. In order to succeed and give the youth and all our members an opportunity, we devised a WZCC strategic plan for 2022-24 and beyond. We also realized that WZCC needed a sustainable path for future growth of our community, and therefore a need of a strategic plan to cover all dimensions was required. In order to make a successful strategic plan, we had to have an ecosystem in place. We adopted the Harvard Business School startup ecosystem and developed it to suit our WZCC's requirements. The ecosystem had trust areas as follows. Trust 1, promote intellectual, social and economic values. Trust 2, youth to the fore. Trust 3, women empowerment. Trust 4, chapter development and membership. Trust 5, empower entrepreneurs. Trust 6, communication and outreach. Each of these trusts were headed by a coordinator who was responsible to a coordinating committee comprising of global president, immediate past president, vice president and global secretary. The coordinating committee would set quarterly goals to be achieved and thus give a vital push to the success of the strategic plan. The plan was constructed in a way that will give WZCC sustainable and inclusive growth in the future, encompassing all areas of success.
Thank you for sharing that with us. It would be nice to know what plans you have for the youth of our community.
We also realized that youth needed a certain incentive to start their entrepreneurship and professional journey. We came out with several path-making initiatives for the youth and for members in general. We started giving 25 lakh interest-free funding under the Business Advisory Committee, BAC, which is headed by Mr. Philly Kharas. We also started giving USD 50,000 interest-free funding and scholarships for overseas chapters and applicants under the Zoroastrian Entrepreneurial Development Fund called ZEDF, headed by Mr. Edel Davar, our immediate past president. We started cooperation between WZCC and Zoroastrian Faculty Network, ZFN, in liaison with R.D. Setna Trust, which is headed by Mr. Farokh Rustamji from India, and ZFN is headed by Farokh Mistry from USA. We realized that young Zoroastrian students who require higher education, loans and scholarships for studying in USA, Canada, several students have taken advantage of the scholarship facilities and have obtained higher degrees in US universities.
And how do you stay connected with your members?
In order to do that, Habobi, we have started a WZCC quarterly newsletter. The person in charge is Percy Setna and Zareen Kharas, and we take out a very substantial newsletter every quarter giving full information about what is happening in WZCC and world over. We have also started introducing ID cards for all our members globally, giving them a specific ID number region-wise. Thereby they are recognized and it is a documented membership procedure. Raising of finance for funding our administrative office in India, Mumbai, headed by our CEO Mr. Aspi Antia, and other activities. We have also introduced networking, and we have signed cooperation MOUs with several chambers of commerce worldwide to assist our members with a global networking platform. Our members can now assist any entrepreneur or professional globally and take advantage of their business as well as their profession. This undoubtedly will put WZCC as a brand on a global map, a game changer for all WZCC members. We have created the youth wing. This wing is headed by Jehan Kotwal and Rashna Jayani, with coordinators from all the chapters to promote youth activities globally.
Do you also have any job placement or assistance facilities?
Yes, we have tried to assist our young youth and other members of our community, and if they wanted jobs, we have created a jobs for every Zoroastrian. Any Zoroastrian who doesn't have a job can apply to this committee, and we try to place them.
And we've heard about this initiative called Spotlight. What is this recent initiative all about?
Spotlights, these are carried out globally on a monthly basis, showcasing the success stories of various entrepreneurs and professionals for our youth and members to learn and do business in a proper manner as they have done. We have created webinars. Now these webinars are conducted from time to time to promote various businesses and professional enterprises, for the youth and for members to learn from them. We have also created a new website. We now have an interactive website which is also operational on a mobile phone.
Let's go back to talking a little bit about youth. How do you plan to develop a youth membership and bring in more youth into the WZCC fold?
Yes, that is a very good question. And the involvement of youth, we felt, is a very important part of our WZCC activities. So we have recently introduced free membership for youth between 14 and 18 years and a student membership for youth between 18 and 21 years. Anyone can become member in this age group at a very low cost or almost free. Besides the above initiatives, we have a yearly AGM and a conclave every alternate year in India and overseas. In the end, the principle of WZCC is to cultivate the ethos of our religion and use it in business and professional activities. The success of an individual will automatically lead to social activity, which is in the DNA of our community. I request all our youngsters to join WZCC as members and take advantage of all the initiatives we are offering to them. WZCC stands for Industry, Integrity, and strictly follows the principle of good thoughts, good words, and good deeds in all its activities. We want all of you to recognize the importance of joining WZCC and enjoy all the facilities and initiatives that W.H.Y have created for them. Thank you.
Okay, so we now turn our focus to the most important region, the India region of WZCC. And let's talk to the person who's the president of India region, Miss Behroze Daruwalla. Behroze, first of all, congratulations on being elected as the first lady president of WZCC of the India region. Could you start by giving us the background of your India region?
Thanks, Havovi. You've already been given the global perspective and the overview of various committees. The committees mentioned earlier by Percy all started in India and slowly became global. All initiatives start in India and go global step by step. But however, I will just give you a broad perspective of India region as a whole. India region was registered in 2003 after the WZCC Global was incorporated in Chicago in the year 2000. This region started with Mumbai chapter, as obviously our Zarathushti population was the defining factor. It started with a bang, and Mumbai chapter held numerous networking and other sessions to bring about awareness amongst our Mumbai Zarathustis. Activities of WZCC started with simple networking, and we took these opportunities to showcase our stalwarts from the community. We created awareness of their struggle and success stories. This was done to provide young entrepreneurs and professionals to get an opportunity to meet and mingle with well-established senior entrepreneurs and professionals of our community and get an insight of their successful journeys. In 2004, Pune chapter was created, and many years later, Bangalore chapter was formed. WZCC realizes that the future of our community lies with the youth, the young, who need education and financial assistance to succeed. Therefore, what started as just a networking, meet and greet venture today has turned into hardcore social and financial center.
What has WZCC done for women and youth?
Oh, well, since last few years, India region has focused on women and youth and will continue to focus on the next generation. WZCC takes part in various activities and camps organized by different BAGs and other associations and is open to being invited at any Zarathushti youth function to make the community aware of all the facilities and opportunities provided by this august body, WZCC. Youths have also started on a new venture called Jobs for Every Zoro, especially during COVID when people lost a lot of jobs. And what we do is we match the CVs or the biodatas of various youth with the organizations who have openings of various levels.
And how has India region moved with the times, considering so much has changed from the time the chapter was started till now?
Well, India region definitely believes in moving with the time, and so just recently we revamped, and now we have a brand new website which is available on phone also. This is a very interactive website, as we've realized that the youth are more active and more savvy on social media. WZCC is happy to say that we are available on Facebook, LinkedIn and many other social media avenues.
As the president of the India region, how do you protect this organization?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. As apart from various committees mentioned earlier by our Captain Master, the global chairperson, India region has this year established 2 new committees, Legal Committee and a Compliance Committee, in order to ensure that constant changes in government rules and regulations are adhered to, and more importantly, that our Zarathushti ethics are not compromised in any manner.
So we keep hearing you say that WZCC is unique, it is special. How so? Why do you say that?
Yes, of course. Well, the beauty of WZCC is truly remarkable. All WZCC committees have very experienced stalwarts of our community who are willing to step forward to assist and guide our young and not so young of our community. They are willing to mentor and guide the next generation with their time, energy and money to fulfill and upgrade their careers and businesses.
I believe WZCC is an organization for entrepreneurs and professionals alike. As a professional, what has been your experience? How have you benefited from WZCC? It would be very interesting to hear your experience.
Excellent question, Havovi. Initially, when I joined, I too had the same question in mind and was very apprehensive because I've always been a professional all my life. However, at the very first networking session, it dawned on me that I too can gain and grow just by mingling and meeting entrepreneurs. I got an insight into how businesses are run, how decisions are made, and this organization, that is WZCC, has offered me ample opportunities to take on leadership roles and offered me challenges, which made me take on bigger and better responsibilities. These challenges enhanced my growth and encouraged me to take on bigger responsibilities like being the global chair of the ladies wing of WZCC and now the very first lady president of India region. The learning from the journeys of entrepreneurs who were invited by WZCC has made me realize that this organization is definitely good for professionals also.
And what is WZCC's commitment to our community, young and old?
WZCC is definitely committed to uplift, guide, assist and mentor the next generation. And I urge all to take advantage of this organization and bring glory to the community. WZCC is a true blessing to our community and I urge everybody to join, young and old. WZCC is working on the basic concept of coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is a huge success. And together, I'm sure we can make it happen.
So friends, membership is critical and it's integral to any organization. After all, what is an organization without its members? So why don't we go over to Mr. Viraf Deboo, who is the Global Director of WZCC and leads membership and chapter development globally. Hi Viraf. So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about your journey in WZCC? How did it all begin for you?
I had attended the inaugural session when Pune chapter was formed, but I was not involved at that time. And then that current chapter chair at that time, Mr. Adi Engineer, he's the one who, actually took me under his wing, first in the committee and then as secretary. And then suddenly there was a little problem that the global conclave, which was meant for Karachi, had to be cancelled because no one was getting visas. So suddenly they thrust that global conclave on us in Pune, quite a long time back. And in a few weeks, he and I almost single-handedly arranged that conclave. So that's how I actually was thrown into the water of WZCC rather than actually went. And then after he finished his chapter chair, term, I took over as chapter chair in Pune. And I was the chapter chair there. Once I finished my term, I came on the India board. I completed 6 years on the WZCC India board. And immediately after that, now I've been taken on the international board. So it's been a journey through the ranks, and personally I feel that's the way it should be. That's the only way you come to know how an organization actually functions and you get right into it. So yeah, I feel that's the way to go.
What are your plans to increase membership and what are the initiatives that you're taking up? And how does one become a member of WZCC?
So, membership is basically the heart of any organization, and any organization is nothing without its members. And we have a two-pronged attack on this. Actually, our global president, Captain Master, has now put me in charge of Thrust Area 4, which is membership and chapter development. An actual strategy has been formed for WZCC globally, going down the years, so that, irrespective of the person holding any chair, we are clear about the path that WZCC is taken. And T4 or Thrust Area 4 is membership and chapter development. So I'm in charge of that. We have put a two-pronged attack. The first is that how do we increase the number of regions and the chapters? Regions means like India is a region, USA, Canada is a region, Middle East is a region. How do we, so I think our attack on that is going to be Africa. We have not yet penetrated Africa. A lot of Parsis now stay in Africa. So we are trying to initiate Africa as a region. Now within regions, for example, India, we have only Pune, Bombay and Bangalore. For quite a long time now, it's become static. And one of our focus areas this year is that we want to develop new chapters. So Ahmedabad, in fact, just last week we had a session with somebody in Ahmedabad who wants to take the initiative, and we have decided that instead of being an Ahmedabad chapter, we are going to make it as a Gujarat chapter. Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, Navsari, Vapi. So this is the new concept, and if this concept works, then in other states where the number of people in each city is less, so we could have a state. So like Maharashtra is Pune and Bombay, but it's not called a Maharashtra chapter. So we may have a state-wise chapter, it's a new concept. Then we are trying Hyderabad, Secunderabad. Delhi was a chapter which has somehow slowed down. We are trying to revive that. So that is one attack, that to increase the number of chapters and regions. The second attack is how do you increase the number of quality members? See, there are many times we get membership, they only come when there are functions. They come, have a nice time, socialize, have a drink, eat food and go away. That contribution is not there. So we are looking for quality members, and you can get quality members if you can offer something to them. Typically, you know how Parsis are. What's in it for me? First question, what's in it for me? So this strategy which we have made, a strategic plan, is one of that we can say this is what WZCC is laying on the table for you. Now, take it and you come forward and tell us what you can give back to the, everyone says, why do you spend so much time in WZCC? What have you got out of it? How much has your business increased? That's not the point. All this comes gradually. I always feel you give first, it comes back to you. So these are the two-pronged attacks that we've taken. How does one become a member? We have a new vibrant website now, which was not the case earlier, WZCC.org. You go on that website, everything is there, all the details are there. You can become a member online, you can pay your membership fees online, the types of membership fees, individual, life, you can decide what you want to do, what sort of member you want to become. Everything is available online now. You don't have to come to the office, you don't have to give any checks. So the whole process has become very easy. And if you have any questions, every chapter has a chapter chair and a committee. You can always go there and ask. Another very interesting thing in WZCC is if you are a member of any chapter, you are a member of WZCC worldwide. If I am a Pune chapter member, and if I go to New York, I don't have to pay any fees to become a member there. I am a recognized member of WZCC, so I can use New York, and people are using it. Those who have global offices, they are using it and they are getting very good value for it also. Another thing what we have started is we have started a membership card for each and every member, whether you're live or individual, and we feel that it's something which you can proudly flash. So this is something else, so wherever you go, you can give that card. It's a very nice, like a credit card, membership card. So we are trying to get these things so people also get little pride in becoming a WZCC member.
So Viraf, how are you planning on bringing in the next gen into the WZCC fold? What are the initiatives that you're taking for that?
Youth is, I think, our biggest challenge, and I think whoever is going to give you the interview for WZCC will tell you the same thing. Youth is the biggest challenge today. It's not that they're not interested, but their thought processes are very different. And unless you are in sync with that, it's very difficult to draw them in. What we have realized that it's not enough to start a membership post 21 years of age, right? So we introduced a student membership, 18 to 21, in between. We've gone one step further. 14 to 18, we are giving free membership. Anybody from the age of 14 to 18 is a free member, you don't have to pay anything. Use the membership facilities. See what WZCC is about, and at the age of 18 you decide. In these 3 years or 4 years you found value, become an individual member or a life member, join some committees. So this is something that we've started. We're going a little backward. There are even talks of going below 14, and maybe that will also happen. But as of now, this is one thing which we have actually started. Another thing, at least in Pune, what we do is that we have these member nights, quarterly member nights, and one night we tell the youth, you organize it, you get the crowd, we will come as sort of guests. We guide them from the back, but this is what. So trying to get confidence built in them, trying to get them, because finally they have to take over. They have to take over first as youth committee member, then main committee member, chapter chair. They also have to grow in the same way. There's no use if one person keeps a chair for so long and then people get disillusioned. So our global president's theme is, this year also is very clear, that it is the youth which we are concentrating on. For example, we are having the next global conclave in Pune in January 2024. An entire session slot has been left for the youth. And though I am the coordinator of that conclave and Tehmasp Bharucha is the chapter chair in Pune for that conclave, that slot is given to the youth and they will come and present it. So the same thing, we are trying to empower them. I feel unless you empower somebody, they will not take that responsibility. So these are there are a lot of things you can do for the youth, but these are the steps that we started taking.
That's a beautiful point you brought out, Viraf. Actually, you spoke about the golden rule of networking. Give more to get more.
WZCC should not be felt as something which is for high-end, high net worth individuals. Even if I'm a secretary working in a company, I can be part of WZCC. So it's not only for entrepreneurs and businessmen, it is for professionals also. This is something that gets missed out in all this rigmarole and ideas that are there. So anyone from a secretary to a managing director to the owner of a large corporation can be a part of WZCC and can contribute to WZCC. So my message is very simple. Become an individual member, see the organization for 1 year. If you feel it has got value, become a life member later on or continue your individual membership. If you feel it has no value, it's fine. But feel it. Don't have that preconceived notion that WZCC Chamber of Commerce itli motti cheez ma unsu karu. That concept should not be there. So my appeal is to everyone listening to this and seeing this, try it out. See what we are about, what we are doing. We have got so many activities now which you never had. Funding, there's something unheard of. WZCC starting funding to entrepreneurs. Yes, we started that also. So there are so many new things. Unless you become a member, get involved, attend a few meetings, you won't come to know. So my message is, try it out. We'll surprise you.
So let's now speak to Mr. Tehmasp Bharucha, who is the chair of the Pune chapter of WZCC. Hi Tehmasp. What has your journey been like in WZCC? When did you begin and how did it all start for you?
Basically, by profession, I'm a banker. I'm associated with banking line and financial line. So being in that line, I was also more interested in the world of trade, commerce, industry. Pune chapter was the second most old chapter of WZCC. It started way back in the year 2004. Immediately after the Bombay chapter was opened. As you know, Pune also offers a lot of opportunities for business, industry, commerce, manufacturing units, etc. And Pune has itself a very large base of Zoroastrian community. It is one of the most active and old chapters of WZCC.
So we are hearing this huge buzz about the global AGM and the conclave in Pune. We'd love to know a little more from you. What is it that we can expect in the conclave? What does it entail? What's the program going to look like?
So we are very happy to host the next global conclave and AGM of WZCC, which will be in the month of January to 2024. The dates are 4th, 5th and 6th of January. Our core committee has worked out detailed programs for all the 3 days. We have invited outstanding speakers from different sectors who is going to address us. There will be panel discussion. There will be different slots for youth and WE. They will take care of that. We have also made all the arrangements for your comfortable stay and various programs are laid out. All the details are given in our website WZCC.org. Registration for it has also started. So we are expecting people from all over the world, including our own city of Pune. There will be a gala award night where award functions also will be held at the end of the conclave. It will be attended by all the global directors, including our global president, and the thrust will be on the youth and the women entrepreneurs.
That sounds really interesting. There's a great lineup of events for all of us. How does one register for this event?
The details are available on the website.
So Behroze, you're also the global chairperson of the ladies wing of WZCC. Could you give us some background about this ladies wing, please?
Yes, sure. We, that is Women Entrepreneur, is the ladies wing of WZCC, and it was conceptualized and commenced in Mumbai in 2012. Slowly and steadily it grew, and in 2015 this ladies wing went global, and it is now an active part of all chapters globally. Needless to say, the focus of this committee is women empowerment and financial independence. The ladies wing conducts session wherein the ladies are given an opportunity to network and meet other ladies who have broken the glass ceiling in their profession and businesses. Here, ladies are apprised of the challenges and success of professions and entrepreneurship, along with the training programs to encourage and empower in all fields of life.
What sort of programs does the ladies wing hold?
The ladies wing holds webinars and seminars with prominent entrepreneurs and professionals, and at an average about 60 to 80 ladies attend each show. As global chair of this ladies wing, I've been holding these sessions by Zoom to encourage participation from all global chapters. At the same time, each chapter endeavors to conduct and report at least 2-3 women-oriented meetings with focus on sustainability and social entrepreneurship. I want to assure you that the ladies wing have a great time when they meet, they greet, they learn, and they network together. We in this ladies wing hold numerous programs and cover varied programs too, right from how yoga can help you to lead a balanced personal and professional life, how to turn your hobby, which is entertainment and enjoyment, into a professional and become financially independent. We even have lectures on how to run an NGO, because some of our ladies have turned their hobbies into NGO, how to stand up on your own even in an abusive environment. We also tell ladies, women and career, how to embrace change. We address current topics and conduct webinars to overcome the challenges of technology, of finance, anything that gives them better understanding of the environment around them.
Wow, that's a great lineup of programs. Can you also throw some light on the focus of this ladies wing?
Well, yes, we take into consideration the challenges and apprehensions of the ladies. So we hold webinars and seminars to highlight different careers, to invite ladies to unusual careers like sports, arts, other expressions, unlimited. We also take ladies on industrial trips to factories, and other organizations owned and operated by women are also visited to provide first-hand experiences to the ladies who get an opportunity to ask questions and get knowledge on the trials and tribulations of the industries. Women Entrepreneur Wing has been active and has done a great job. The dedicated team of ladies are working selflessly to provide platform for women professionals and entrepreneurs for networking, strategic alliance, and has been a major source in providing training programs and workshops ranging from personality development, business development, along with advisory and mentoring opportunities with focus on women and their challenges.
Please also tell us, what is your message to the ladies of our Zarathushti community?
What can I say? All I can say is throughout history, it has been observed that when you educate a man, you educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you educate not only the whole family, but even the community and generations to come. So don't just dream about success, ladies. Work for it. And do not be afraid to fail or be apologetic of your femininity. Be unique, be creative. If you cannot do great things, that's right, don't worry. Do small things in a great way. Women equality is our fundamental right, so exercise it. Exercise it with courage and dignity. With this in mind, the ladies wing of WZCC intends to forge ahead.
So let's now talk to Mr. Cyrus Pithavala. He is one of the beneficiaries of the WZCC's funding scheme for entrepreneurs. Cyrus, why don't you start by telling us a little about yourself?
I started my business when shipping containers in 2017, and I was expanding at that time, and the funding was required because of buying of machineries for container handling equipment, filling of the land and all that. That is the time when I came to know about WZCC through Percy Press, and I had approached them, and that is when the whole process started. They asked for all the project reports, and so basically they had a good committee which was legal also, accounting, finance, everything, which was a good thing because they asked me to revise my project report, which gave me a better understanding of what it would be. And that was a good thing because after that funding which was given to me within few months, it helped me do the expansion with the container yard. That was a really helpful thing. And yeah, the connections always help being in the group. There's always on the WhatsApp group, if you need any connections, contacts, everything is available very easily. So it was good that way.
It would be interesting to know what your journey was like and how the process was of this entire funding that you asked for, and from the time that you started till the time that you actually got the funding and even after.
The process for WZCC, it was not that complicated. It was okay actually. They gave us a list of things that we were supposed to give in. Also how we will fund the rest of the expansion project, which we gave them the details and all that. And then we made the project report. They checked and they found something had to be arranged. Obviously they were from CA and accountants were there. We did all that, but it was not so complicated. I think I had 3 interviews and it was sufficient for them to understand that it's enough, and it was very hassle-free. So yeah, they knew what they were doing and it was a good thing that way. Especially since we were the first ones, still it was okay. I don't know, right now I know that they have funded another 16, 17 people. So I'm sure the process has been better and faster also, I guess so.
I'm sure the funding has benefited you and the business in many ways. Could you tell us a little bit about how it has helped you grow?
Actually, I got the funding in 2019 and that helped me get more space filling up the land and all, and I also needed this container handling equipment, so which helped me to buy all these things and get more business from the shipping lines because of additional space. So that is what otherwise I would have to wait for 6-8 months and somebody else could have gone into it, which was a good thing for me because it was like the first preference. I was ready for it. That was a very helpful thing. And with that, whatever savings we had, we developed other businesses. So overall, if you go to see, it was a big help to branch out into other fields also. So overall, yes, I would say it was a very good thing.
Thank you for sharing all of this with us, Cyrus. I think at the end, I'd like to ask you, what would be your message to other entrepreneurs startup owners, business owners, what would you like to tell them about WZCC and about this initiative?
This initiative is excellent. There's no doubt about it. If you have a project report of say 1 crore, if you are getting 25% from WZCC, the bank would fund almost 70% easily. So you can easily think of starting a project of 1 crore, which is not bad. And apart from that, I think moving out of the city would be the correct way to do business, because in the city to start off with something with 25-50 lakh rupees is very difficult. So there are more businesses which is happening outside of the cities. That is what you should look at. For example, I am based out of Hazira, which is in Surat, 20 kilometers from the city, and there is a lot of business there. A lot of opportunities, you can do things there. I mean, they are anyways giving interest-free financial funding. Couldn't be better than that. And you have all the legal, technical team and all the Parsis who are in this group, either from the engineering or any background, can always be helpful. So being on this platform is a good thing. That's what I feel.
Let's now go over to Mr. Aspi Antia, who is the CEO of WZCC. Mr. Antia, could you please tell us a little bit about your role in WZCC?
My role involves assisting the Global President and the India Region President in all the work pertaining to WZCC, which includes obtaining donations, be it for the Business Advisory Committee or for the international and India region work. I conduct the work of WZCC as laid down by the Constitution, both international and Indian. I guide the WZCC chapters worldwide and guide them to follow and lay down procedures as per the Constitution. My work involves overall supervision of WZCC financial transactions, and I am the signatory of all WZCC India region accounts. Overall supervision of WZCC events at local and international level, press announcements for awards, events, and preparing press reports after the events, doing all the work involving the WZCC Outstanding Zarathushti Awards for the year. There are 5 categories of the awards: Outstanding Zarathushti Entrepreneur, Outstanding Zarathushti Professional, Outstanding Zarathushti Young Entrepreneur, Outstanding Zarathushti Young Professional, and also Outstanding Zarathushti Social Entrepreneur. A lot of work goes in the working of the awards, sending invites for nominations from all over the globe. After receiving the nominations, to send it to the judges all over the globe for evaluation. After getting the results, total the points received from each individual in their categories, and finally declare the winner. This work is undertaken with the Global Corporate Secretary. A point to note is, any Zarathushti can be nominated for the award, but the person who nominates has to be a WZCC member. I coordinate with various India regions as well as international board meetings, prepare agendas, minutes, and distribute the same to the concerned directors. I am also on the Business Advisory Committee as a committee member and undertake all the admin work for the same. Oversee the WZCC WhatsApp group, obtain ads for WZCC website, as well as for brochures, souvenirs printed from time to time. Attending to all charity commissioner work as well as required by the government statutory authorities. Routine office work, supervising the staff, replies to members' queries, etc. Being a WZCC CEO is a hands-down job, from being an executive to a handyman, and I love it.